Okay, it's time to share. It is time to share what I'm doing and what I changed in my life to try to get this weight off. If you've been watching me for any length of time, you are going to know that I have been stuck in a rut. I might lose a couple pounds, but then I gain a couple pounds and lose and gain and lose and gain and lose and gain, and I am stuck. And it's been very frustrating. It's been really, really frustrating. So a couple weeks back, I decided that I was going to do a 10-week challenge. That was going to get me on the straight and narrow, and the weight was just going to come off, right? Except it didn't. At the end of the first 3 weeks of my 10-week challenge, I had lost absolutely nothing. Talk about frustrating. There were tears involved, and I'm just sitting here going, something has to change. And Jason and I were talking about a lot of different things, and we were actually starting to talk about medical intervention, surgery, pills, shots, whatever. Because, dude, this is not happening. Something is wrong. I knew I needed to make a change. I've hesitated to go a medical route because I want to do it naturally. So the very first thing I did to change, which I actually guess, is I really doubled down on prayer. I was praying for guidance. I was praying for help to lose weight. I was praying for an idea and a view of what I needed to do to lose weight. What changes do I need to make? And almost immediately, I started getting bombarded with something. Now, it's something that I've heard about lots before, but never have I been hit with it so many times. I was hit with this constantly, everywhere I turned. Over and over. And that is Noom. I've always resisted it because, I don't know, like that psychological mumbo jumbo. And it's kind of quiet about what it actually does in terms of your food and your eating. But I started to research it because I'm like, you know what? I started praying for a guidance and a direction, and this popped up. Answer to prayer? Maybe. So I started to research. This program is kind of cloaked in secrecy, but I'm going to unlock it right now. And why I say it's cloaked in secrecy is because you can't really get much about it. It basically says it is calorie based and it's psychological based. That's kind of all I got, and it's kind of expensive. But I was like, okay, let's look into this. So I actually signed up for the free trial. Now, when you sign up for the free trial, you are going to have to make a decision about what kind of membership you are going to use after the free trial. You can obviously cancel before the free trial is up and then you pay nothing, but you do have to do it. Now, Jason was like, well, just do 1 month. That's fine and dandy. Except that 1 month for me was $79. That's a little pricey. 2 months was like $69, and it just kind of kept going down and down and down. A year is roughly a year is about $200. So I hesitated to do 1 month for $79 because I'm just like, I guess I'll just do the year because in the long run, it's way cheaper, like $20 a month versus $79. And I was like, I hate to spend it, but number one, I'm going to be committed because I just paid $200. And number two, I've got to do something, and this is still cheaper than the medicine. So I did it. And I signed up and I started my free trial. Now, the psychological mumbo jumbo is actually lessons that you get every day. And some of those lessons are going to be things that you probably know. If you've been doing a weight loss program for a while, you probably are going to know a lot of the stuff. It's going to be basic knowledge about this. It's going to be how your mind works. It's going to be a lot of information like that. But they give you a little bit every day. And every couple days they do a review and they do this and they do that. And the first day or two shows you the program, but then it talks about, triggers and how you react and all of that stuff. And it's actually very good information. Even if you already know it, it's a really, really good reminder. Now, early on in the psychological lesson mumbo jumbo, you actually talk about your big picture, your goals. What do you want out of this program? And it helps you decide. Now, just don't say, I want to lose weight. It actually helps you dig down into what it is. Like mine was, I want to lose weight so that I don't end up in a nursing home like my mom. You can't stop it sometimes, but the way I'm going with my weight, it's going to render me immobile. And where is that going to leave me? So that's my big picture. Now, they talk about that, and every couple days they actually say, do you need to change your goal? Do you need to change your big picture? Are you still committed? So they're constantly reminding you about why you want to do it, what you're doing, and the whole 9 yards. Zozo, stop. So it's actually really good for that regards, because it's actually teaching you and reminding you of the principles and reminding you of things. And so you might be able to say, oh, wow, that's why I'm eating. Oh, wow, this is there. And in the meantime, and then it actually talks about what you should be eating and where you should be eating and all that stuff that you may already know, but it's a really good reminder. So the psychological mumbo jumbo isn't actually all that bad. And I really like that they keep going back and reminding you of your big picture. Are you still good on your goals? Don't forget you're on a path. Now, they don't actually use your words that you've typed in and bring it through. That would be really cool in the app. But it actually does remind you and takes you back. So it's really good because it's cementing everything in, and it's reminding you of the reason you're here. So food, what is the food program? Because seriously, that's what we all want to know. And this is a calorie-based program. And, I was like, that was part of it. I'm like, do I really want to pay $200 for a year for a program that I could do for free on MyFitnessPal? Now, MyFitnessPal does have a paid premium program, which has all the other stuff that they used to give for free. So technically, I guess, but did I really want to do it? But I was like, you know what? I'm going to give it a try because I feel like God led me to this. So I started putting my food in. And the base calories, they actually give you your base calories. They give you a range. The range is actually a little high. I feel like it's a little high for me. They want me at like 1750 to 2200. And I've been aiming for 12 to 15. So a little bit higher. I have been trying to eat those higher calories and really trying. Because I decided to give this program my all. So I'm trying to eat the higher calories. But that's not the big thing that this program is different. The reason that I like the program is the fact that when you put your calories in, you can actually get the analysis. When you open up the analysis, it is going to break down your food into 3 categories: green, yellow, and orange. And what these green, yellow, and orange foods are they are all of your foods are given a food color. So your green foods are the foods that pretty much eat at will, as much as you want. Fruit, which I did overdose on through this program, so I've learned my lesson on that one. You can check that out because, yeah, that was ugly. But fruit, vegetables, the yellow foods are things more like your whole grains, your low-fat milk, your low-fat cottage cheese, your yogurts, stuff like that. Stuff that you can still eat, but just be a little mindful of them. And then you have the orange group. They're not saying don't eat it, which is why it's not red. It is orange because you can still eat it, but just eat it in moderation. And the orange group is stuff like full-fatted milk, full-fatted dairy products. Your red meat is in there. Cakes, pies, cookies. Everything I like is the orange. So then what they do is your calories, a percentage of your calories, they want to be green, they want to be yellow, and they want to be red. Plain and simple. You need all the foods in your life. So they're very big on it. They just say you've got to learn to moderate. Green, the most of. Yellow, there. And I like it because it is reminding me that all calories are not created equal. They actually base these things off of calorie density, how many calories per the density. Why it's working for me is because it is reminding me that all calories are not created equal. Sure, I can have, they're not all created equal. Plain and simple. So you have to choose calories that are wise for you. It's also a good reminder that a piece of white bread is orange. Whole grain bread, yellow. So, and that's something that I do anyway. I eat the whole grain breads anyway. But it's that's one of those things that they do that kind of reminds you that, hey, pushing you toward the healthy foods and keeping you on track. That kind of reminds me of Weight Watchers when I was there, because they did it with the points. The low points are the ones that they want you to eat more, and the high points are the ones that you probably want to turn away from. But this is actually putting labels on the food, and I kind of like it because it's showing me what I need to be eating. And it gives me a goal, and it's making sure that I'm not filling up on cake. Not that I've done that, but you can eat 3 pieces of cake and only be at 1,200 calories. But it's not a healthy calorie, for sure. So, Noom. So yeah. Now, throughout the program, as you're going through the lessons, and as I'm calling the psychological mumbo jumbo, as you're going through the lessons and you're entering in your weight and you're putting in your food and doing all this stuff, every once in a while, you earn a treat day. Every once in a while, you randomly just get a message that says, hey, you earned a treat day. And I don't know the frequency of them. They might have told us in one of the earlier lessons, but I just can't remember it. But you randomly get a treat day. You do not have to use your treat day whenever you want. You can save them up. In the first 10 days, earned 3 treat days. I don't know. I'm assuming there's something behind it that you earn a treat day for, based on calories, based on, I don't know. But anyway, you earn treat days and you can save them up so that you can use them on vacation. You can use them on a weekend where you want to go to Five Guys like I did the other night. I was like, nah, I better use a treat day. And so you actually can do it and you can eat that guilt-free. I like the treat days because I don't know what it takes to get them exactly. And I'm not going to go back and read it because I want to just be able to continue doing what I need to do and have them pop up as a surprise. But the treat day is good because it's making me not say, oh, it's Friday, treat day, cheat day, vacation day. It's making me not say that. So I like the treat day concept because it is actually, they're telling, it's not every week. You might earn them every week. I don't know. But it's actually not every week. Now, the other day I did go to the Five Guys and I did use a treat day that day. And my calories were still not that crazy, but my orange calories were nuts. And I was fine with that. There was no guilt. And the next day when I hit finish, when I finished out my day, the next morning, it was like, did you enjoy your treat day? I was like, yeah. So I typed in yes. And it says, are you ready to recommit? Yep. So it draws you back in after that treat day. So I liked it. But anyway, Noom. Do any of you guys use Noom? Let me know. I would love to know. And if you do you need an accountability partner? Because accountability is where it's at. And in the meantime, I'm still on here for accountability. So we got this. Anyway, no excuses.